You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose, make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose? Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Panthers on Sunday night.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The 4th and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, I think he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a big 6 for a Panther touchdown. a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw here. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They'll drop to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 21. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Pinero's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. I like that. They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Higgins out on the right side, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Second down at 5. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Rashawn Gary coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Throwing is Rodgers.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. He finds Watson complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 2nd and 3 from the 9. To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. And the Panthers coming out now. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A carry for Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On play action, they'll throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And it's fielded at the 34. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. You think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised, because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But in general situations, you run him back out there and let him have another chance.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
From the 27, Rodgers, his throw incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Under pressure, and down he goes. With 2nd back at the 46. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also also brings up fourth.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me, what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw.
That caught by Trimble.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jaron Reed, his second sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the delay, Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we can also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave early in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment or really against a team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Foreman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Second and 9 now. He's going to look deep for more. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second and 1. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Foreman going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing is Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 41, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find Lazard.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Rodgers again now. That's complete to Cobb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on second down. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And inside give to Jones. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run with Foreman. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.